Hey everyone, Sula here from MistyHilltops.com. Thanks for stopping by. In this episode, I'm working on my document Christmas 23 album and I'm working on my page for November 29. I'm using the digital version of the collection Happy Christmas by Carta and lots of stamps and dies. This is an A4 size page that I'm working on, and I have prepared my page in Silhouette, which is my computer sitting in front of me so that I can reference it as I put together this page. I'm also pulling in the other side, so this is the right side of not a double page spread, but it's just two pages that will be facing each other. And I'm pulling in the other page right now just to see that the layout, the main aspects of the layout will be somewhat lined up with or works well in the placement with the other page there. So I'm not working on the same level. I don't want them to both be at the top part of the layout. I want this to be a little offset, and so that's why I'm pulling in this other page there, just to know where I'm working. Then I have this strip of photos that I just have a film strip die cut piece, and I make sure when I print my photos that they have the size that will fit. And these are a lot of little photos that they don't really matter as far as the important information goes, because I have this big photo there. Then I have this extra little photo that I realized I printed accidentally, because I actually hadn't planned it in my layout and I don't really need it, but I'm going to try to incorporate it as it is about my advent calendar. So I have laid out the page or the main parts of this page already, so that I know where to glue things and so that everything works well together. And so I decided to really put everything down on the page before I even start gluing things, so that I can see. A lot of times I have it planned out in Silhouette and then put the page together, and then I realize, oh, things don't line up the way that I had planned it to. Doesn't really matter normally, because no one would ever know in the end, but sometimes it makes more sense in the way that I have planned it out in Silhouette. The reason why I plan my page out in Silhouette is because I'm using a digital product, or the papers and some of the embellishments are digital products, and for that reason I need to get them printed somehow, and that helps me get everything prepared for printing. So that I can work with the pieces of papers and things like that. Then you see here I have these little twigs of just pine sprigs, I guess, that I wanted to incorporate in this page there, and these are just from my stash. They're die cut pieces. They're usually, I like the way they look on the page, but they're a ton of work, I have to admit, because they're so filigrane that that it is difficult to pull them off the paper. For some reason it doesn't cut well when I run it through my die cutting machine there. So then I had used a sketch to or maybe even a digital scrapbooking layout or something, and they had these cute little brackets, so I decided to incorporate these brackets on my page. And the funny thing is, I just created the page in Silhouette, and I knew I had some brackets in my alpha dies, and one of my alpha dies set. I did not go and check the size of anything. I just put things together there, and then as I put the page together here, I realized the brackets are actually exactly the size that I need them to be, and to kind of frame that paper strip that goes across the other paper there. Now I'm adding glue to that photo strip, and you saw that I already attached a little brad there in the bottom left corner, and a lot of times I end up gluing my brads even though they have the clipping pieces there in the back, but that would mean I have to put holes through my pages, and that often doesn't work so well. So but this time the film strip frame has lots of holes, so that was easy for me to attach that brad there. Then I'm ready to add the main photo. That's what I care about, and I don't mind if that photo covers up a little bit of that film strip of the tiny little photos there, because you can get the idea that I'm putting together the advent calendar for this year. So here I have this little bow tie that, or bow I guess, that I also die cut and put together. And then there is my day tag. I realized I stamped it kind of in the wrong direction. I should have had it in the other direction. It doesn't bother me, quite honestly, and there you see me. I actually started gluing down that label first, even though I knew I was going to tuck this underneath, but that wasn't an oversight because I just wanted to put the glue on the top of this tag, so it worked out just as I planned. And then I decided I will add this little photo there, even though it covers up my other paper there, which makes me a little sad. But I had printed it out, so I might as well use it. And then this is a little from my stash. It's a stamp that is also like it looks like a postage stamp and comes with a coordinating die. So, and then I in one of my orders, sometimes when I order something from craft supplies online here, sometimes they just put in just extra stamp sets or something that I didn't order. I'm guessing they would be things that they have been sitting around in their stores for a long time or something. So a while back I got this. It was about Halloween, which I don't care about, and had a few, like a mixture of Halloween and Christmas things. But then they had this sentiment there saying hang in there, and I felt like, ooh, that works actually well with my with the advent calendar, because the advent calendar is little bags hanging off a string. So I felt like, oh, that works just really perfectly for this page there, to add this there as a little embellishment. I also have created all these word strips that I also share on my website, mistyhilltops.com. I'm not sure how far I've gone with sharing Christmas, because I remember a year ago my blog just stopped working suddenly and didn't work for all of the Christmas season. And so I'm not sure if I have the Christmas word strips there, but I have a whole bunch of word strips that I am sharing on my blog, mistyhilltops.com. Then with this stamp set, this Halloween stamp set, there came also this little, like, I don't know, to me it looks like little ornaments hanging off. I guess it's for the chandelier or something, but I felt like that was really cute, having these little hearts hang off there, as this is all about things hanging. Now I'm trying to decide to create another little cluster there with word strips, and that's where I decide to put the word strips right there. Somewhat behind that little sprig there, or actually I think this is where I'm actually putting them on top of the sprigs. I think in hindsight I'm not sure if I really like it, because it kind of really covers up the pine sprigs there, and I really loved the way that looks. But you know after you've done it if you like something or not. So all I have left to do right now is to put my the title there. So that's what I'm doing. I'm grabbing a stamp set it was just an alphabet there, and I am going to write out the word Advent, and just using going with this stamp there, and here I realized, oh, it didn't fully stamp the D, and so I double stamp, which I usually really try to avoid. And this is already on a finished layout. Like, I get nervous when I have to do these kinds of things. Not sure how you feel about it, when you're stamping onto a project that is already done, but in this case everything worked out just fine. You see me here also, I have opened the page. This is back and front of the page. This is how my pages will look, and then I will fold them in half, use that flap to glue them, and then they will be glued into the binding. And so that's how I put my book together this year. Every year I do a different December daily, and I have a whole bunch of them. So here I decide I had to grab a little scrap piece of paper there. I keep them right near my desk where I'm working, so that I can always quickly grab them there. So that's the reach across the camera there. And here I am writing out the little word calendar. So I'm trying to look for these little letters there, so that I wanted to write the word Advent calendar. And I didn't just want to stamp it also on the craft paper. I wanted something to contrast this, and so I decided to stamp it on white cardstock right here. And also then I'm going to look for a die, and I usually try to avoid, from experience, to first stamp something and then die cut it when the stamp is not really dry, because, or even if the stamp is dry, I notice it just makes my the cutting plates dirty, so I don't really like it and I try to avoid it. But in this case I wanted to stamp the word first. Here I'm looking through some of my die cut labels to see if I can find one that works with the size that I need, and here I found one. And so I'm going to take it, and then I decided, rather than inking up my die plates, I decided to just cover up the top part of this with just some scrap piece of paper, and that worked well. So it didn't make my ink up my cutting plates. So this is my page done. I'm leaving you with some more close-ups. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Consider subscribing, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.